Good morning, everyone. We have breaking news. Today, a study came out discussing the mediatization of the fashion industry due to COVID-19. Since the coming of the internet, the world has developed a lot, has provided many businesses with new opportunities. The world is in the process of mediatization, entailing an increased involvement and importance of the media in everyday life and different industries, such as the fashion industry. The study, development and the mediatization of the fashion industry over the last year. It was conducted based upon interviews with people in the fashion industry, of which we will show a small fragment later on literary research based on an article called Media Life by Mark Dews in 2011, and on information provided by Dr. Deborah Antunes via the Erasmus University of Rotterdam. We have direct contact with one of our reporters who is in contact with one of their interviewees. Serena, on to you.
Thank you, Feline. Today I'm with Nicole. So can I do a little interview with you?
Sure. Hi, I'm Nicole Mano. I've done several collabs with fashion brands before, so I have some kind of experience in the fashion industry.
My first question for you is, we are living in a global pandemic right now, and what is the positive and negative changes in the fashion industry caused by COVID?
For the positives, as a small business owner myself, I can confidently say that people started focusing more on social media rather than TV and billboards. This really benefited small business owners because people started using more social media.
Now we can see that social media really helped in fashion industry during COVID. So can you also tell us one negative aspect?
Obviously, networking is a really important aspect, especially in the fashion industry. Online meetings are not as effective as real-life meetings. It's obviously a little bit harder to network.
How will COVID influence the future of the fashion industry?
Since the fashion industry is becoming more and more intertwined with the mediated society, for example, social media and social movements, an example is gender neutrality. In the future, the fashion industry might produce products surrounding this topic.
What we understand from the interview with Nicole today is the importance of the concept media life. So media life means that we are living in our lives in the media nowadays, and media is disappearing right now, and it's becoming inside of our lives. Like we discussed in the interview, fashion is not an isolated industry anymore, but is connecting to the mediated society, such as social media or social movements. Thank you for listening to me. Now, our other reporter, Weena, will continue.
Thank you, Serena, for explaining. Now, moving on to the next theoretical concept. As told by the interview, in Corona times, the fashion industry is focusing more and more on social media. Media penetrates the growth of many trends and small fashion businesses to emerge on the surface. This phenomenon illustrates the concept of media polis, where media really support the experience and expression of everyday life, which in this context is fashion. The second concept that I would like to explain is the convergence culture. Convergence culture is where technology accommodates content flows across multiple media platforms that cause blurring boundaries between people as producer and also consumer. Nowadays, not only big fashion corporates are able to make a trend, but also even us consumers and spectators of the fashion industry are very able to make some viral trends on social media. The convergence culture pushes fashion trends to flow easily across multiple media platforms and trigger trends changes in a short period of time. In the interview, Nicole also mentioned about the social movement that oftentimes intertwines with the fashion trends. For example, gender fluidity trends. At first, it was a very small movement, echoed by several gender fluid activists and artists across social media. But later, it actually brought awareness and emergence of gender fluid fashion trends in the public. Now, moving on to Feline.
Thank you, Serena and Vina. That was the breaking news for today. We explained media life, media polis, and the convergence culture. Thank you for watching today's news, and we hope to see you tomorrow.